I didn't realize where we left off, but we left off like right at undocking. Um, Kind of not a great time, because there's no buffer, there's no wait, small couple minute waiting procedure. So we pretty much we're just jumping right into the hot seat here. Confirm mission timer is set. Event timer we will set counting up to undocking time. I actually have a setting countdown, that's fine. That's 19 minutes to undock. And we'll verify circuit breakers per undocking chart. I believe we are pretty much good to go with the circuit breakers. Preliminary look here. Everything looks good. I'll have that checklist run its course. Yep, cross tie balance, or cross tie bus. Here we go, close. Ascent ECA control. All of these look pretty good. Just a couple of ECS configurations we'll probably have to make here. Or EPS, that is. Sequence camera, close. And Ascent ECA control is already closed. We're good there. And we're good here. Cross tie balance loads, open. Alright, switch to command module. Charlie Brown. And perform undocking. GDC alignment is good. Get our pitch angle to local vertical. Three 325, 310, 325. 0.26. And that's pretty good. Proceed. Attitude deadband max, rate low. BMEGs at 1, rate 2. Spacecraft control SCS. We will get our digital autopilot for undocked configuration. Verify undocking attitude 180, 14, 0. Not perfect. Try and get it as close as we can. Beautiful. Docking probe circuit breakers close. Verb 77 for activating our maximal impulse and deadband hold. We will set our lunar module digital autopilot for the undocked configuration. And we are set, waiting for undocking time. Now, it's been quite a while, but I'm pretty sure undocking time is 98:20, with our burn starting 25 minutes after undocking. Yeah, I'm actually really excited to start this lunar mission here. Apollo 10 is one of my favorite lunar missions. I like landing and everything, but there is just something about flying the whole time that makes this quite fun, actually. I really, really enjoy Apollo 10 for the fact that you don't land. A lot of people will say that's anticlimactic, but I just enjoy the flying. Once you land on the moon, you do all the switches and stuff. It's not a lot of flying until liftoff. Just command module doing some landmark stuff, whereas this is like you're really flying this. So I love Apollo 10 for that. The whole time flying. '98 17, 98 18, 98 19, and there we go. 20 minutes to undock. Or 20 seconds, that is. 20 minutes. Jeez, that would be a long time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend, release. And away she goes. Okay, Bravo 3, Charlie 4. Center of gravity, CSM only. Transponder power is on. Okay, null delta V's.
Rotation. Translation.
Alright, deltas look pretty nulled to me. Looks good. Yawing right, rotation. 120 degrees. A beautiful spin on its axes. Yeah, I think you're really going to enjoy this mission quite a lot. All right, pitching up 90 degrees. Yeah, I bet.
Translation. Rotation. Translation. Rotation.
Okay, just making sure we're all good there. Yawing 360 degrees for visual inspection, 2 degrees per second. Maybe a little bit closer than 40 feet, but I think it's pretty good. There's our beautiful Earthrise right there. She's about to be passing 180 degrees here any second now. Let's get some light on the subject. Yeah, visual inspection shows that she is pretty good. No deformations, no back panel exploded out. No P-47 for this. I know, I'm just as confused as you are, but I'll attend to some weird stuff. Passing through 270 degrees now. Little dot right there. Possibly a tank fill line. Visual inspection shows all is well. There she is. ACA out of detent. All axes. Mo control, mo control, mo control. Lem active, station keeping until set time. Looks like we're getting a smidgen closer. We're just going to bump ourselves just a little bit back here. Just a couple of puffs. Make sure we don't collide with the damn thing. Okay, rolling left. 1-8. Yep, rolling left to 0-0-0.
Translation. Rotation.
And we'll do that at 2 degrees per second.
Rotation. Translation.
A little bit translate right here. Another pulse aft. No, we're not getting a Discord server. I talked about this. All right. Coming up on 0-0-0 roll. Stabilizing. Verb 64, enter. Verb 64, enter. Minus 44, 1. We are on the high gain, acquired. Narrow band. Proceed. Verb 64, enter. (141) minus 47. Auto track. Verify voice telemetry. VHFB transmitter off, bitrate high, S-band voice, and proceed. You've got that descent orbit insertion, which I'm going to take a quick photo of. And we've got our emergency CSI and TPI times for an n=1 rendezvous. Okay, uplink accept. Oh yeah, the command module reflections are literally insane. And the way that they appear around the Earth is it's even better around the Earth, honestly. What are we getting? State vector, descent, orbit insertion targets. Okay. I can up the rate of the reflection probes, but I don't see any point to. We're now waiting on the phasing pad here.
Rotation. Translation.
Here's our phasing maneuver. That's what we want. First one was a descent orbit insertion with an emergency rendezvous information. This one will be our phasing maneuver that will perform close to the ground with some site information. And last one will be a power descent abort pad, which, well, we're not doing power descent, so this is one that will burn.
Rotation.
And that's just about our full lunar module mission worth of pads. SMRCS separation burn. Okay. Delta V set. 2.5. Verb 48, enter. Verb 22, enter. 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, enter. Proceed. Weight data for the separation burn is 37977. Proceed. No requirements for trim because this is an RCS burn. Verb 46, enter. And switch to BD roll jets on auto RCS. BD roll jets. Direct on. Verb 37, enter. 00, 0, enter. 2, CMC auto. 0, 14, 0. Let's go ahead and maneuver. Okay, time of ignition of our set burn, 98:45:44. Proceed. Deltas for this burn are going to be pretty small. 0, 0, minus 2.5. Alright, how are we looking? We're getting
Translation.
a little bit away now. Translate up just a wee bit.
Rotation.
How's our RCS looking? RCS is looking real fine. Apogee and perigee look good. T-minus 5 minutes to the burn. Proceed. 0, 0. Enter. T-minus 3 minutes. Verb 37. Enter. 4, 1. Enter. CMC auto. Proceed. Three on rate command, min and low. Beam eggs at 1 rate 2. Enter. Trans control power on.
Translation.
On translation.
Translation. Rotation.
T-minus 45 seconds. T-minus 30. EMS mode normal.
Rotation. Translation.
T-minus 20. 15. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Shutdown. Okay, trim residuals. Burn complete.
Rotation.
Okay. So long, Snoopy. Catch you on the flip side. Maneuvering to tracking attitude. People on board Charlie Brown are going to be holding their breaths for this. Oh, Curious Mark got his F-die working. That's great. Always wanted one. Always wanted one. I think it'd be so cool to have them plugged in and fly NASP like that. It'd be awesome. I'm very happy that that's working. Alright. Look at that. Her maneuver is complete. Tracking. See what we get. Here, I should have a decent LEM state vector. Well, it's not great because we had LEM active station keeping, but we could see her. You know, zooming in, I'm not supposed to. It's cheating, but you guys wouldn't be able to see her from a star in the sky. Standing by for CSM state vector update. And we are ready for uplink. Okay. Uplink complete. State vector integration is going to take just a few seconds here. And we'll get our... Wonder if we could get the eggs update going. Oh. Well, doesn't matter anyways. Eggs update in progress. Update complete. Eggs and pings align. Looks good. Get our descent orbit insertion loaded. DOI TIG is 99.44, 56.49. Proceed. DOI Delta V's minus 70.3, minus 0, minus 15.1. We got 15.3 on that. Oh, nope, that was ag, excuse me. 15.1, that's good. Proceed. All right, 9 nautical miles. That's exactly right. Proceed. T minus 10, 20, 30, 40, 51. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting down. Mark. Perfect sync. Okay. 51:30. Proceed. 00. Enter. CSM transponder is on. CSM is in tracking attitude. At T minus 50-minute mark, we'll go ahead and acquire manually on radar. Go ahead and make a save here. T minus 50 minutes. Power up that radar. Guidance control pings. Five, 7 plus 1, 2. Eyeballs. Clear. 400 plus 2 for rendezvous guidance. Mode control eggs auto. Null eggs needles.
Translation. Rotation.
Eggs needles are nulled, somewhat jumpy, but nulled. Alright, rendezvous radar lock on. Let's get that slew down. Oh, excuse me, slew up. Somewhat up and to the right. Okay. Verb 63, enter. Proceed. LGC, standing by for lock. Locked in. Proceed. We're going to configure to VHF ranging. Service module, antenna right. duplex, and ranging. .1, and we show 4.1. Okay. We got a good lock. Range shows 3.7 on the state vector. That's pretty close. We'll take that. Verb 34, enter. Okay. Voice on, data, PCM bitrate to low, DHFB transmitter off, telemetry bitrate back to high, and we'll go and park that rendezvous antenna. And she's parked. With the rendezvous radar verified operating successfully, we are go to continue the rest of the lunar mission. Verb 56, 00. Get ourselves a quick P52. There's a lem out there. We could just see it flashing away. Yeah, without that tracking light, that would be an impossible find. Four balls, one. Looks like our IMU's looking pretty good. That alignment's complete. Extremely minimal IMU drift here. Same with the GDC. We're go on the GDC. Yeah, only flashing. Otherwise, it would look exactly like a star. It's kind of crazy. Take ourselves out of VHF ranging here. Alright, and this will be star 33, 25, and check 30. $33, 25, and check 30. AOT lamp closed. Detent is forward. Verb 37, enter. 52, enter. This will be refs mat option. Star 33 and 25. We will manually select stars. That will be enter. And this will be 2, 3, 3. Proceed. We are go for the auto maneuver. Proceed.
Translation. Rotation.
Just verifying rotation here. And Terry's, we've gotcha in the AOT. Pings mode at hold. Enter. 233. Proceed. Minimum impulse. Mark X. Mark Y. X2. Y2. X3. Y3. X4. Y4. Beautiful. Proceed. Next one is star 25. 225. Enter. Proceed. And we are go for auto maneuver. X1. Y1. X2. Y2. X3. Y3. X4. Y4. Proceed. Good alignment. Proceed. Proceed for star check. Star check on star 30. Star check complete. Enter. Verb 37, enter. 00, enter. Verb 77, enter. AOT lamp, open. And detent, DL. Exterior light to track, and wouldn't you know, right on time for that uplink. CSM and lunar module state vector update, that's great. Because we did kind of need the state vector update. Accept. Yeah, it's all in great big preparation for descent orbit insertion. I know it's like I said we were going to hit the ground running, and we did, and then boom, stopping with the more checks, more procedures, more systems prep. But that's just the nature of flying a space vehicle and even flying an airframe. You're never done with the checklists until you're on the ground. Uplink complete. CMC auto. Starting up our rendezvous navigation program. Proceed.
Translation. Rotation.
Sure. And tracking. See what we got. Oh, there it is. Really hard to see, but we got her. We got her. Incredible. All right. We are ready for descent orbit insertion. Just a little bit light time skipping here. Not too much. We don't want to kill our RCS. We've got plenty of gas in the command module. A little bit less than I would personally like in the command module, but it's more than enough for this mission. We'll probably run through about 20 more percent, so probably take her down to about 65, about right here, 65 at the end of the rendezvous. But the whole time tracking the LEM, you know. Takes a lot of gas to do that, so. Ooh. Alright, so we are very close, T-minus 20 minutes to descent orbit insertion. And after DOI, it's... I'm not gonna lie to you guys, there's not a lot of time for time skipping after DOI, so... we will have to cut it, you know, at a pretty bad time. Unfortunately, due to work, but... we'll be okay. T-minus 20 minutes, perform descent orbit insertion. Temperature, pressure, no readout. Got grays on ascent, helium regulators. 1 on descent, grays on RCS. Talkback crossfeed, talkback ascent feed. Grays on main shutoff valve. ECS and EPS, no readout. No readout. Good. Propellant quantity. Descent 1. Take her down to 15 minutes. Let's turn the lights down a little bit. She's a bit bright today. There we go. Genuinely, it may still be a little too bright for the YouTube audience. This is the first time that something's ever been too bright. There we go, that looks like a pretty good brightness. Roll with that. T-minus 15 minutes. Perform landing radar self-test. Circuit breaker pings landing radar close. Again, like a big part of this mission was testing the landing radar. So another systems check, but a really important one if we are to make the moon landing in Apollo 11. Radar test landing radar. Tape meter drive. Okay. Altitude transmitter. Good test. Velocity transmitter. Good test. TM altitude is 7913 to 8050. Good. 237 to 243. We are good. Okay. Initial tests are good. Let's test the interface with the computer here. Proceed. Slant angle should be 8195 to 8357. That's good. And +1. VX, VY, VZ. Good. Good. And good. Okay. Landing radar self-test is good. Let's test out the auto. So we'll command mode 2 here. That'll take 22 seconds. Okay, mode 2 is commanded. Verb 63, enter. Verb 22, enter. 2. Proceed. 8276 and mode 2 verified. Proceed. Or excuse me, it was actually not supposed to be proceed yet. Okay, and descent should see mode 1 with a possible program light with 522 program alarm. Yeah, it looked a little nuclear bright. No pun intended. 522 program alarm as predicted. Back to auto. And verb 34, enter. Reset. Radar test off. Back to AGC. +90, +0. Go ahead and brake lock. Biomed off, bitrate high, span forward. Down voice backup. Standing by for the T-minus 7-minute mark. Loss of signal, T-minus 8 minutes. T-minus 7 minutes. Roll and yaw to 0. Yaw is 0. Let's go ahead and roll to 0. Roll is more or less 0. Let's give ourselves a eggs state vector, or not state vector, just an eggs update. Does way more than just a state vector. Clear, 414, +1. Proceed on the disky, clear, 414, readout. The rate taper isn't 0, makes me nervous, rate taper. Oh, that's normal. That is because the landing radar circuit breaker is still closed. We are close enough to the surface to read live rate, but we are not close enough to acquire live altitude. So you could sort of detect Doppler shifts well before you can lock on to the actual position of a radar frequency. It's kind of weird. If it makes you uncomfortable, I'll do that. That's just sort of actually. Okay, I guess it could have just been residual signal. That was weird. That was definitely very weird. Yeah, usually we expect to see the the rate to drive before the altitude. So I was like, oh, we must be close enough to acquire rates before actually locking on. But nope, looked like it was just residual signal from the test. 400 plus 3. Good catch on that, though. Really good catch, because I didn't even notice. God damn it. Stupid double-clicking mouse. Yeah. Loss of signal. Bitrate low. We're a little bit below 6 minutes, but we'll be okay. Program 40. We've got a request. Verb 06, noun 86. Enter. $70, 15.3, key release. Pings auto. Proceed. 450 minus 0007. Oop. 450 minus 00703. What is 701? Hold on. I have a pad for it. 703, 0 and 15.3. Okay. Enter. 451 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear. 452 minus 000. Nope. 452 minus 00153. Enter. Clear. $400 plus 1. 407 plus 0. Cycle seaweed. Landing radar spur test is in. Throttle ensure minimum. Throttle control auto. Balance coupler on. Descent engine command override off. Stop push buttons reset. Abort stage reset. T-minus 2 minutes, 45 seconds. Mark. Really hone in the fact that that throttle should be minimum. Take us down to T-minus 1 minute. T-minus 1 minute. Deca power close. Inverter 1 close. Master arm on. Staging sequence relays charged. T-minus 45 seconds. T-minus 40. T-minus 35. Disky blank. Descent engine arm. Deadband minimum. Eggs auto. Give us the readout on 500. Standing by for ullage. Ullages go. Verb 99. Proceed. Ignition. 10%. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go throttle up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shutdown. Engine stop. Throttle minimum. Okay, throttle verified minimum. Proceed. Our 500 residuals match our computer. 501 matches the computer. And 502 matches the computer. Oh, small discrepancy. That's okay. No need to trim. Proceed. Verb 82. Enter. 9.3 nautical miles. Very close to the surface. I like that. Proceed. 00. Enter. Engine arm off. Master arm off. Quantity 95%. Quantity off. Landing radar temp is now 90. Standing by for P0. There we go. Stop the spur test. Rendezvous radar close and close. I believe we are coming up on sunrise here shortly. Pings at hold. Pitch down 90 degrees.
Translation.
Good pitch down. Figure for VHF. Alright, systems clean up now. Here we go. Landing radar open. Deca power open. Inverter 1 open. Configure for VHF ranging. Alright, descent orbit insertion delta V was minus 00703. Nope, 701. No, it was 703. Okay. Plus 0. Minus 00151. Enter. Proceed. Time of ignition was 99, 44, 56, 49. So that will be 99, 45. 1649. Proceed. Lunar module now descending happily towards the surface. Command module now sitting in a very, very boring 60 by 60 orbits. Although the command module sitting in the command module is considered more important than being the commander's sidekick in the LEM. We're just going to have a lot of great fun in the lunar module these next few streams here. Verb 82, enter. Verb 22, enter. 2, enter. Proceed. This is going to calculate the lunar module's state vector here. And if we get about 9.3 as that periapsis, we're going to be golden. Oh, beautiful. $9.1, that's good enough for government. Proceed. Straight to P20. And fingers crossed we don't get that now in 18. I think no now in 18. Alright. Go for VHF ranging marks. 1620 looks good. Activate DAP. Switch to LEM. Tell the eggs to activate rendezvous guidance. Eggs auto. Let's null these egg needles.
Translation.
Now that we're far enough away, the egg state vector you could see is not breaking down nearly as bad. Looks good. So theoretically, that should be command module zeroed out. Look at that. Beautiful. We'll go slew. We are on shaft trunnion. Let's do peak signal strength here. Should be a little bit up. Oh, this is it right here. This is the peak. LGC. Let's get that lock. She's got it. All right. Hey, Owen, how's it going? I did not intend for that to rhyme, but that's where we're at. Proceed. Range gives us 8.15, 8.18. That's within discrepancy. We are go to continue. Range now 50,500 feet, opening 60 feet per second. DUI plus 10 minutes. Verb 34. Enter. Radar open. Open. Alright, let's just take a look at our phasing TIG. Phasing TIG is 157 D15, so we got lots of time to take marks. Alright, let's go ahead and take a few marks. Actually, that state vector is already beautiful. I will not take marks, but we got time. Track the lunar module in the optics. I'm gonna go ahead and use the restroom real quick, and you guys could sit and watch the old lunar module. And I have returned. Look at that. Little deviation on a state vector now, but that VHF ranging, it at least pulls it right into the optics every time, so that's really great. And watching her fly over these mountaintops, it almost looks like she's gonna hit them, but she won't. So 57 minus 47. It's us 10. So another 10 minutes of tracking the lunar module. Yeah, what do you guys think of the old lunar module down there? I think the Lem, I like the Lem, it's my favorite. I say that every time. It's my favorite ship. You just do all the cool flying in the lunar module. You do a lot of cool, like, observational stuff in the command module, but I'm all about that. I'm all about that flying. There's just nothing quite like the Lem. And I like the eggs, too. The eggs has really grown on me since, you know, I started making tutorials for it. And look at that. Alright, I think we've seen enough of the lunar module here in the optics. It's cool and all, however, we've got better things to look at. Like that. Down there. Yeah. Only thing about the Lem is you can really see that RCS always works overtime in the Lem. Always working overtime. Oh, we got a good stint here. This is a nice run. Might take us all the way there. Just a little bit short of it. That's okay. Yeah, space sextant. Well, we've got a space sextant, kind of. It's just not called a sextant, but it's functionally a sextant. In fact, it works more like a sextant than the command module's optics do, but... Okay. Pitch over. Oh, yeah. This is what Apollo 10 is all about. Yeah, Apollo 10 is the mission that really sold me on the LEM. Apollo 9's great, but I got more when my first time flying Apollo 9, I was mostly frustrated because it was my first LEM mission, but Apollo 10 is really the mission that sold me on the lunar module cuz I mean, just look at this. I think Apollo 10 is like, aside from Apollo 9, Apollo 10's the most interesting lunar mission involving the LEM. Maybe prior to the J missions, because I mean, the J missions are really interesting, but I suppose. I mean, a sextant is only meant for star navigating. Not meant to do all this other shit like rendezvous tracking and stuff, landmark tracking. Not really the original intent of a sextant, but it does do more, I suppose. But I mean, come on. Look at the spiral. Look at the spiral. You love the spiral. Don't tell me you don't love the spiral. Everyone loves the spiral. But trust me, Artemis, when you see this through, this is probably going to be one of your favorites here. Look at that. Control point 2. Right as we're above control point 2, we'll begin our yaw to 180. Once our engine bell is above it, that is, because we're above it right now, but once our engine bell is pointing right at it, then we'll begin our yaw. That's at phasing minus 42 minutes. That's that position check. Yawing left to 180. And stabilized. Ugh, that is so beautiful. Lunar orb rate. Hold fast. 35. Verb 83. Enter. We're now gonna switch to the command module after adjusting our ordeal here. When it comes up, come on. Come on. 10 does not do power descent. There is a power descent abort pad that will be burning. It does not get into power descent at all. But it gets really, really close to the surface, so there is that. And then it gets really, really high above the surface, further than any lunar module has been above the surface of the moon. 172. $173. Round that up to 170. 3.5, 3.6. Dial it back just a little bit. Just a teeny tiny more. There we go. Proceed. Switch to command module. Verb 88, enter. Verb 56, enter. 00. Roll right to 180. No, nope. Nope, that would be way too dangerous. Imagine if that abort program didn't work. That would be cataclysmic. There's not enough abort propellant. There's not enough ascent fuel to perform an abort. And if that program the abort program didn't work for whatever reason, they could go right down to the lunar surface. Like that would be so unhealthy. Yeah, it's never anything that they would willfully risk. Now sitting at 32.9 nautical miles away from the lunar module. So 330 minus 70. This is one of those missions you probably want to have your calculator out for so you can do quick math. We're sitting at 330. They want us to pitch up 70. So that gets us to 400. 360 minus 400 minus 360 puts us at 40 degrees. Oh, but that was, hold on, pitch up after that. So it's 330 minus 70 actually, which puts us at 260. Okay. Pitching up to 260. We'll have Earthrise shortly. I believe less than 27 or 20,000 feet. We'll see what they got to. At 260. Okay, and stabilize. Verb 64, enter. 70, 15, 30, 30, 60, 70, plus 17. And we're just standing by for acquisition of signal. So 57 minus 25 puts us at 32 minutes mission elapsed time. Here comes the Earth. Doo 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 doo. Here comes the Earth. And I say 8:20 time. Do 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 do. Proceed. Reset to W matrix. We should theoretically have no noun 18. Yeah, there she goes. Attitude's okay. Verb 87, enter. VHF marks are rolling. We've got acquisition here in the lem. And oh my god, look at that. Verb 64, enter. 197. And it's 21.5. Still standing by for acquisition with the lunar module. And it looks like we've got her. There she is. All right, track mode auto. Bitrate high. Biomed telemetry left. And voice. Transmit the descent orbit insertion results here to mission control. As time permits, let's take some sextant marks now that they are scheduled on the flight plan. It'll be really hard to see that flashing against the lunar surface, but we're professionals. We got this. Mark. Mark. Wait for compactivity. We're going to do an S-band antenna check here very shortly. Still solid compactivity light there, so we'll continue to watch the lunar surface. Coming up on a fairly interesting part. Landmark F1 will be visible in the window shortly. Mark. Mark. There she is, landmark F1. Our position checks are A-OK. We really want to build a good lunar module state vector here. After our phasing burn, I want that thing acquired right away. With a good rendezvous going. I want this thing, this trajectory here. The command module's knowledge of the trajectory to be pristine. Okay, let's see how she tracks. Oops. Okay, mark sequence is processing. Mark sequence process is complete. And she brings it right to the center. See, that's exactly what we're looking for. Nice, pristine vector here. Flying down over the mountain ranges. Gorgeous. Okay, T-minus 25 minutes. Terminating sextant marks. Okay, yawing right to 180. We can take a look, watch that S-band antenna track that thing like there's no tomorrow. Oh, she does a great job at it. When you look at it, you know, your intuitive thought is it wouldn't track so well. It's in a weird spot. It doesn't look like it's got the capability of the CSM one, but as a matter of fact, she tracks way better than the CSM one. Way, way, way better. Lovely view of the Earth right there. Okay, pitch down. S-band lock is maintained. Landmark A1 from Apollo 11. We are go for the phasing burn. Alright, temperature, pressure, no readout. That's correct. gray, 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 barber pole, main sobs, gray, gray, crossfeed, barber pole, ascent feeds, barber pole, ECS temp press, no readout, EPS, no readout, propellant quantity, descent 1. Begin phasing load. Phasing time of ignition here is 157:15.47. 157, and it was 15.47. Proceed. Delta V's. Got plus 0.155. 0, enter. Plus, or excuse me, minus all balls 1. And minus 0.1426. Confirmed. Proceed. Oh my god, we were just so close to the surface. Holy crap. Yeah, 57 minus 22 puts us at 35.30. Okay, we've got a 42. Periaps is going to be really close to the surface, but look at that altitude, though. That's what we're talking about. Mark. Okay, and let's see. Proceed. 00, enter. Ascent power 5 and 6. Landing radar close. Altitude rate. Landing antenna to hover. Start spur test. And maintain 10 degrees on orb rate ball. Go verb 76 here. And there's all our beautiful landmarks here for Apollo 10. It is really like you could reach out and touch it. It's amazing. I would love to see our altitude right now. That'd be crazy. Anyways, we are pitching down to local vertical. And observing surface washout. Hey, there's Mount Maryland. Looks like we're gonna smash into her. Now we've got altitude. Okay. Hello, Mount Maryland. Almost like we would smash into that one. Jeez. 46,000 feet, 47,000 feet, hovering roughly. Decreasing in altitude. O2 and H2 are just fine. Barely consumed anything. Look at that. Yeah, it is a shame a little bit. But I don't think they would have liked how we were doing it anyways. What is that? 20 minus 60. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 degrees. Oh, that was supposed to happen at 11 minutes. Oops, my bad. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. There we go. We had our parasynthian. Excuse me, that was the step I was paying attention to. Could you imagine if, like, a trained geologist flew on this? All the geology they could have done just on these little flybys. Oh, there's intermediate point 130. Flying over a boot hill now. There's Duke Island. Sidewinder Rill. Wash Basin. And Diamondback Rill. Wow. Okay, 1140 and pitch over. Oops. Orb 77. There we go. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Heads down. Meow. Six. Oh, lunar landing site 2. Alright, updated phasing pad. Let's go ahead and take a photo. Verb 37, enter, 30, enter. 157, 15.55 now. Proceed. Delta V's are 152.6. And 1435 plus 1526 minus 7 minus 1435. Proceed. Oh, even closer. 4.8 nautical miles. 190 nautical miles in altitude at our high point. Oh man, this is gonna be so amazing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. Mark. Beautiful. Proceed. Standing by for T-minus 7 minutes. T-minus 7 minutes. Verb 79. Enter. Verb 47. Enter. Clear. 414 plus 1. Blinking. It's almost more intense than actually landing on the moon. Almost. We are going to fly by the landing site again, by the way, so at that 4.8 nautical miles is gonna do us a lot of wonders here. Proceed. Okay. 100 plus 3. 411 plus 0. 410 plus 5. T-minus 6 minutes. One 547 142. That matches our pad. Okay, key release. Start spur test. Maneuvering to attitude. Five, 4. And full sunset. Okay, switching eggs to external delta V mode. Cycling Siwi. T-minus 4 minutes. Standing by. Minus 4 minutes. Ensuring throttle is minimum. Auto, CDR, balance coupler, engine stop, reset. Abort stage, reset. Standing by for T-minus 1 minute. Hey, Andre, welcome. Man, I hate to do this to you, but we do have to leave in a couple of minutes. We are going to pretty much do this engine burn and shut her down there, so it's a shame you come at the very end, but hey, you could watch all the interesting parts that you missed, so. Because we had some really cool, super low terrain flyby. Artemis could tell you all about it. It's like we could reach out and touch the surface, and as we thought we were close, we were just getting closer and closer and closer, and at some point we started getting higher, but so did the mountains, and so it didn't really look like we were ascending at all. It was a good time. It was a good time. We are 2 minutes 27 seconds away from this burn. We're gonna just dilate just a little bit, but we do have to remember that there is a command module running program 20 right now. So we do have to be very conscious about our time skipping here. We can't go too ham. And, you know, worst case scenario, you don't see it. You miss one of our engine burns, but it'll come up again. And we're going to do an even lower pass this time when it comes up again, so. T-minus 1 minute. Deca power closed. Ascent engine latching device. Descent engine override is on the other side. Ascent engine latching device. Abort stage closed. Inverter 1 close. T-minus 40 seconds. T-minus 35. Oop, we forgot to hit enter on that. Ski blank. Descent engine. Auto. We may have to do this burn on the eggs because of that. See? Yeah, we'll do the burn on eggs then.
Translation.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Should get it. Eggs. We got it. Okay. Full throttle. Shut down. A little bit of an abridged procedure here, because we totally missed the time. Totally forgot to hit enter on that computer there. But, you know what? That's what the eggs is for. Okay, enter. Proceed.
Rotation. Translation.
Null residuals. Look at that. That, I'm highly impressed. You know, that switch to just, yep, burn on eggs. That switch was, that was good, you know? That was good shit. You know, that's why, you know, any monkey can follow a checklist, but not every monkey can do what I just did. Okay, guidance control back to pings. Proceed. Verb 82, enter. 187.1, 4.6, a little bit lower than last time, but well within mission parameters here. Proceed. 00, enter. Which means we had like a second or two late ignition, but that is literally well within, you know, this isn't like the days of Mercury where a second or two late burn will cause you to be off by thousands of miles. Like, that's not the days of Mercury anymore. We could be a second off with this. We've got, you know, live tracking of what we're doing between the two spacecraft, and they'll more than make up for it, so not worried there. We got a good burn. We've got our targets. We're in awesome shape here. I was super worried too because I haven't saved in forever. In fact, I'm gonna pop a save now because I was like, I would have had to reload and do all that over again. Nope. Eggs burn. Look at that. Emergency eggs burn because of stupidity. You love to see it. Okay, we're close to 326. 326 and a half. Coming up on 327. Okay. Proceed.
Rotation.
Yawing right, 180 degrees. Yeah, it would have sucked to reload. I would have just flown it offline, but shoot, that was cool. We can abort reset now. See? That's what the abort button does, okay? This one ditches the stage. This is the one that switches you to eggs burn. Okay? There's a very important difference between the two. 70 plus 120 gets us 190 degrees.
Translation. Rotation.
Why do I have no control over my pitch? What is up with pitch? No pitch control, okay. Enable, 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 close, 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 open, open. Still no pitch control, okay. Recycle TTA. Verb 77. Still no pitch control. Okay, going direct. What's fighting it? Going to eggs. Eggs direct. Recycling program 0. Reloading the DAP. Ah, that'll do it. Thank you. See? Always good to have a co-pilot. Verb 37, enter. 20, enter. Verb 81, enter. Possible 5018. Looks like no 5018 here. Skip to Disky blanks. RCS quantity is still a go for rendezvous. Okay, while that's acquiring, let's go ahead and switch the eggs over to rendezvous mode. Okay, here she comes. Landing radar open. Backup power open. Ascent engine latching device. Inverter 1. Descent engine override. Ascent engine latching device. Abort stage. Bat 5 and 6 off. Range rate. RCS quantities record. We are good. Preparing for rendezvous. Range shows us 215 nautical miles. We are go there. Alright, phasing update. Phasing deltas were 152.6 and minus 0.00007 and minus 0.1435. Alright, and the TIG plus 32 seconds. Uh, 15 plus 32. 47. Five. Proceed. Woo! We had a quick eggs burn. Quick eggs burn. I was not expecting that here on Apollo 10. But due to my own silly mistake, we had to burn on eggs here with the LGC just monitoring as backup. Due to a slight issue where I forgot to hit the enter key after the auto maneuver. So it was not ready for the average G mode to come on properly. Fortunately, our burn took place within the LGC average G window, just not at the right TIG, so we did get state vector information to keep us up to date on our state vector. Everything looking good there. And that's good. Proceed. Switch us to program 20. CMC auto. There should be no reason to have an auto maneuver request here. Yep, she's tracking. Okay, verb 87. Okay. Verb. Verb 56. Enter. 00. Enter. Verb 41. Noun 72. Enter. Plus 00000. Enter. Plus 28300. Enter. Proceed. Nah, we haven't gotten to that part yet. I was just wondering why my display didn't show any marks taken, but it could be because we didn't do the burn properly, so there was no count up from the burn initiated, so I've just gone ahead and aborted the small bit of calculation there, but that wouldn't have mattered. Then at that point, we'll actually start with a insertion pad coming up soon, so we'll be okay. Not actually doing rendezvous just yet. Even though we're on that part, we still have to do a burn that is calculated by ground controls, so. Throw on that. Unfortunately, no time to take sextant marks. So we will start immediately with resetting a W matrix. Exterior light off. That's 25, 33, and 30 again. AOT lamp closed. Detent F. Verb 37, enter. 52, enter. Verb 22. Option 3. Manual select. Will be 2. Should be 25, 33, and 30. Let me just take a photo of that. I feel like that's going to come up more. Okay. 25. Proceed. Go for the auto maneuver. Being very careful about our gimbal lock here. In the zone. As long as the line doesn't touch the red part at the same time as the arrow, we're good. Clear the zone. Okay, we're good. Okay. Banks at hold. Enter. Proceed. Verb 76, enter. Okay. X1. Y1. X2. Y2. X3. Y3. X4. Y4. Proceed. 21, enter. This will be 2, 3, 3 now. Go for auto maneuver. X1. Y1. X2. Y2. X3. Y3. X4. Y4. Okay. Proceed. Good marks. Proceed. Proceed. That's 230. Go for auto maneuver. Backup insertion. That is for the CSM, just in case we fuck up. Star 30 acquired. Okay. Verb 37, enter. 00, enter. Verb 77, enter. To CL. AOT lamp, open. Exterior light, track. Yep, we got the preliminary backup insertion pad. 400 plus 3. Close our rendezvous radar. Roll to 180 degrees. Yaw on 0. Okay, pings auto. Verb 37, enter. 20, enter. Verb 81, enter. Proceed on the maneuver request. Clear 507 plus 00000. Enter. Clear 400 plus 2. Enter. Woo! How's our fuel looking? Plenty of gas. Okay, plenty of gas. We're doing good. We're being a bit more expensive than my practice round on this, having an ags burn, having done this little maneuver, I think, improperly. I should have just yawed 180 degrees, but it said roll 180 degrees first in my defense, so there is that. Go ahead and roll back to 180. Yaw as close to 0 as possible, and then recalculate those angles. Okay. Enter. And here's our insertion pad, standing by for the radar acquisition. Yeah, I can't see it out there. We're a bit far. We'll just have to verify a good lock on VHF ranging. How is she? 201.8 nautical miles and closing very rapidly. $201 now. Okay. Good luck. And with that, we've got a spare 2 minutes, 3 minutes-ish of extra time. And that is where I'm going to end it for the day. So I hope you all enjoyed. Fortunately, work calls. So hope you all enjoyed that. The shenanigans of having to do an ags burn. It's a good time. It's a good time. I'll see you guys around.